Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Infernape, and this is my battle for Week 8 of Season 9 of the National Pokeball League Majors. This week I'm going up against one of my best friends in the Pokemon community. His name is RizzyPOW. He's the coach of the Phoenix Sunfloras. Definitely a very cool guy. I've known him for a while, since Major PL Season 1, which is like 2 years ago now. A little over 2 years ago, I think. So that's been quite a while, or 3. Is it 3? No, I think 2. Maybe. I'm not certain on that. Anyways, so going up against RizzyPOW this week, he is a pretty cool guy. Definitely check him out. He is just a really nice dude, really awesome guy. He's very fun to talk with in calls. He's in calls a lot. He's just a great dude. So check out RizzyPOW. He's quite a good meme too, but he's also pretty good at this game called Pokemon that we have here. He's 4-3. I'm also 4-3. And we're actually tied at the top of the standings right now. We're also tied in differential and tied in every headbreaker, so, right, tied in every tiebreaker, even the head-to-head, because we haven't played yet. That's what I meant to say. So, right now, as I said, we're sitting at 4-3. Now, we only have 3 games left. We play Riz this week, Abe next week, and Mono the last week. So, we have 3 games left. If I win at least one of them, I'm in my phone. Shit, sorry. Shit, okay, sorry. If I win at least one of them, I'm in a decent spot to make playoffs. If I win 2 of them, I'm almost guaranteed, and if I win 3, I'm definitely in. But 2 should definitely be good to get me in playoffs. Not guaranteed, but it looks very good at this point that 2 wins will get me into the playoffs. So, if I can beat RizzyPOW here, I'll be 5-3 and be in a very good spot to make playoffs. And if I win this game, then I might not even have to win another game after this, if I beat Riz here. So, the goal is to beat Riz, then I can be 5-3, be at the top of the conference. Most likely, it would still depend on Trev's diff, because he's 4-3, and then if he wins, still. So, my team, now I do not have to do a team builder every week. We just have to show at least 8 out of our 10 teams, and this week I'm opting not to do a team builder, because there's still a decent chance I could play Riz in the playoffs, so I do not want to show my sets if I don't have to, and I didn't really show too much in this game, so I'm not going to show my sets, and for some things that I did not show, I will keep them pretty vague, and I'm really sorry for that. I like to explain my team and talk about it, and I want to, but I feel like I should try to hide it and not talk about it too much, just because some things were really good that it didn't end up showing, and I don't want Riz to know about it, because I might bring it if I play him again in the playoffs. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that and keep that in mind. But my team, I'll just kind of briefly go over it and go over what I feel like I can go over. So I have Venusaur here. It's just kind of bulky, I think. I forgot the EV spread. I think it was just like a mixed wall like they usually do, I think. Or yeah, actually, now I can think of the EV spread, right? But yeah, it was fairly bulky. We have like Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain. You know, I think I had Energy Ball, didn't I? Yeah, Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, and a filler move in the last slide. I forget what it was. Registeel. It was pretty offensive actually. It had a its item was a something. Did it get shown? I can't think of it. I forgot if it got shown. If not, I cannot think of what it... Oh, wait. Okay, now I know its item. I think it was shown. I think it was a Figgy Berry. And I believe it was shown. But yeah, so it was just like 3 attacks and rocks, I think. My Infernape was a pretty cool set. It was Fire EMZ with some attacks and dual stab and such. We had Zydoge there. It was the Scarf Zydoge to help me outspeed that Cure and Black, a Fuse Scarf, and also gives me something to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl. Snorlax was Figgy with Recycle. Not much else was shown, so I'm not going to talk about it. And my Vaporeon was just like Vizdef with, you know, kind of normal, kind of standard Vaporeon with Scald and Hidden Power Fighting, actually, to cure him and Gran and stuff. So, so actually, he did not bring Breloom, which I was a little shocked by, but, you know, I have a good check to it in my Mega Venusaur, so I kind of get that. But I'm just going to Mega Venu because I don't need it for too much, so even if he does lead Arrow, which, you know, hoping he wouldn't, but he did, I could have maybe led Registeel in hindsight, but, it is what it is. I just wanted to leave Venu because, you know, versus most other things, it has a good matchup, barring really Kyurem and Aerodactyl. It really has a decent lead matchup, and I guess not really, it's not great against Mesprit either, I guess, but I don't know, it could have been good against Drill, or at least allowed me to Mega versus Blaziken, or it could have been really nice if you wanted to lead Gren, which could be very possible. So I'm just going to stay in though, because I don't really need Venu's super healthy because he didn't bring Breloom, so I'm just going to stay and go for E-Ball, get off some damage, which is going to help my Ape in the late game. So he just goes for wing attack. He could have gone for taunt or rocks or something, so that's why I'd stay in an attack. Energy ball is going to do a good chunk. So here I'm going to go right into my Vaporeon to take any hit, really. He just goes for an Earthquake, predicting Registeel. Gets a crit, which is a little unfortunate. Doesn't come into play too much, but it's a little unfortunate because here I maybe have to wish. I mean, I don't have to, and I don't wish, but I do have lefties. But if he did not crit me, then on the switch, as he goes into Kyurem, I think. I just Scald, I think. Yeah, he goes in Kyurem, as I think I just throw up a Scald because it hits everything and he has a chance for a burn here, as I don't think I get it. No. But if he did not crit me, that would be about 10% higher, or actually probably like 12, so instead of being at 73, I'd be like 85, so like almost full, so it's alright. I mean, I still have a fairly healthy Vaporeon, and I think I'd protect on this, so I could protect and get some lefties back, so. And it's not the worst thing in the world, but I just go right into my Registeel, as he does make a nice play, clicks Focus Blast. That's a good protection on his end. So here I just go into Venu to take a Focus Blast, as I know he's going to go for another one, as he does. He keeps landing, which is unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. I thought he would ring Focus Blast, though. It does make sense for my Snorlax and my Registeel. And RizzyPOW is not scared of using moves with low accuracy, because he is bad. So he keeps clicking Focus Blast. Now I'm going to switch out in my Snorlax here, because he's probably going to go for Ice Beam. As he does go for Ice Beam, does a little chunk, and he gets the Freeze, which is unfortunate. So I do not have a Fire move on this Snorlax, so I'm not going to get the guaranteed Thaw out. So here I'm just going to stay in, hoping I can Thaw out. He does miss a Focus Blast, so it gives me a free turn to Thaw out, but I don't. So that's unfortunate. So now I did look this up after the game, by the way. I do have a 20% chance to Thaw out each turn, so just in case if you guys were curious, and it was only a 10% chance for him to freeze me, so just some numbers in case if you guys were curious there. But yes, let's just keep playing. So he Focus Blast again, puts me in Figgy range, I stay frozen. I was trying to, I think, recycle at that point just to get my Figgy Berry back intact, so if I can maybe Thaw out and then get my Berry back, I could have a Snorlax for later in the game. So that's unfortunate. So I'm just going to sack off Venu here. He does click Ice Beam. It was not guaranteed to kill Lax at that point, I don't think. Wait, what was I at? I think I was at 27. Although he didn't really know my spread. It was a weird spread, so yeah, it's alright. So Ice Beam just knocks out Venu. I'm just going to bring in my Ape. So at this point, so I'm thinking he could be Z-Move. I know Riz has not brought Z-Move much or at all, I think. He did bring a Razor, but at the time of the battle, I had not seen his team builder yet because he had not posted it yet. Because the Week 7 upload hadn't happened yet, because it wasn't that Sunday. So I had seen his first 6 teams, and I knew that he had not brought a Z-Move in the first 6 weeks, and then later I saw he brought one in Week 7. But, so, he doesn't like bringing Z-Moves a whole lot, but they're still scary, and still something you have to watch out for. So at this point, I was still kind of fearing a Z-Move. I thought he might have popped it earlier if he did have it, but it seems like he might not have it. So I'm going to bring an Ape. I'm thinking he is Chopal, but I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz, because I think I can take any one hit. I don't think he's Earth Power and Focus Blast, so I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz, as I'm thinking that that'll actually put him in range of a Chopal, of a close combat if he does have a Chopal, so that's fine. So I just Blitz as he goes into Mesprit. I do a decent chunk, but it looks like it's a pretty bulky Mesprit, almost max Fizz Def. Not certain that, but it's a pretty bulky Mesprit, as he does have lefties too. So I'm just going to go right into my Snorlax right here, hoping I can Thaw out. This is a decent chance for me to try to Thaw out, and this thing can't pressure me too much immediately. I think I just click Recycle, or Heavy Slam or something. Yeah, I click Heavy Slam, I think, just in case. No, I click Recycle. Right, it didn't matter because I stayed frozen. But yeah, so he EQs, knocks me out, which was unfortunate. So my Lax didn't get to do anything. It was frozen and much sad. So I bring in Vape. Now, I still have a chance to win this game. My Infernape set in the back. If I can set up and get the boost that I have, I'm keeping it vague, I'm sorry. I'm not saying what my setup move is. But if I can get the boost, I can maybe have a chance to win this with Ape late game. I'd seen some more chip damage on things and need to find an opportunity for Ape to set up. So my Vaporeon is going to go for a Scald here. No, I just wish, right? Just to throw it up, in case he wants to go into Kyurem or whatever. So he sets up a Spike, which is, annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. So Hidden Power Fighting, he's going to be doing a little over half, which is cool. Now you're going to see he actually has the lefties here too, which is interesting. He's not very bulky Gren though. I think he was naive, or minus Spadef, I think. So, I don't know, that was interesting that he had lefties, but I guess he didn't need another item, so makes sense. So I just go for a Scald, get the burn, a little bit of justice, but it didn't matter a whole lot as he actually was only a special attacking Kyurem. As we've seen, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, and now Toxic, and then soon we're going to see Roost. So he was Chopal, as I thought. So here I think he Roosts, as I switch into my red steel, which the hazards will put it in Figgy range, which is nice, so I'm back in healthy and cool. As, yeah, he does roost. So here I click, did I click Ironhead? I think I did. What do I click? I click Rocks. I click Ironhead, just get off some damage, in case we wanted to stay in, try to focus blast. So here he EQs. I actually live. I think this was Scarf based on the damage, which is nice. It's not Life Orb. If it was Life Orb, it did knock me out. I just go for Rocks, trying to weaken down his team, because if I can weaken down Mesprit, Blaze going to level more than 8 might be able to win late game. So he does have Spin, though. Yeah, no, he wasn't Scarfed. My bad, because he's not locked in. I'm not sure what his item, though, or what his spread was, but I did not share my team with Riz, and I don't think he's going to share his team with me. Just because I said I didn't want to share mine, because, you know, because I'm not uploading a team builder, because I don't have to, and I don't think I want to this game. So I don't think I'm going to be certain what that drill spread and set, I was trying to say both words, what that drill set is here, but that's alright. So he does go for Spin, which is a nice tech on this part. I mean, I thought he might bring Spin, but I thought he was Scarf, so, you know, it is what it is. So I did go for the superpower, knock him out. The crit, I don't think mattered. If he had a bit of bulk, then he had a chance to live, for the roll would have been in my favor, so, you know. If he had no bulk, though, then I think it was guaranteed to kill, because I think it was max attack. So here he can bring in Gren and just pick up a kill. Yeah, just sack off Reggie. So here I can bring in Ape. Whatever, man. No, I bring in Zydoge, which is Scarfed. His Steel type's gone, and he did not bring his Fairy and Fable, so I can just click Outrage and do a lot to something. So I'm just going to be clicking Outrage and knock out the Gren, which is nice. So here he brings in his Blaziken, thinking he might be, or making me think he might be Scarfed. No, he knows I'm Scarf, though, because I did outspeed his Gren, right? So he probably isn't Scarf Blaziken, or if he is, it doesn't matter, because I'm Scarfed. So, yeah. I just click Outrage again, right, because I'm locked in, you know. As he goes for Brave Bird, which I found interesting. I'm not going for a fighting move. I guess either he didn't have superpower or just didn't want to go for their lowers attack. I don't know. I think he was banded, though, based off the damage, because I think if he was banded, then he would have killed. But I think if he was, like, adamant, he needed, like, a high roll to kill. So I think he's banded, but I'm not certain, unless he was like Skyplate, but I find that unlikely. So here I'm just going to bring in Ape, kind of a 50-50, well 50-50 for me. If he brings in Curum, I would want Ape in. If he brings in Arrow or Mesprit, I want Vape in. Now I thought he would try to bring in Curum, predicting Vape to come in, because I thought Vaporeon makes a lot of sense for me to bring in here. So I brought in Ape, trying to get him, and trying to get him if he did bring in Curum. But he does bring in Mesprit, so that kind of sucks. So if I went to Vape, that could have helped me a bit, but I do go into Vape now because Ape can't kill him yet. I do my Fire Z move, but it's not going to kill yet, it looks like. So he does Psychic, does the chunk. As here, with the Toxic, I'm not going to be able to beat this thing, so I just go for Scald, I think, get off some damage. Is he just going to knock off my lefties? As I do just go for Scald, get off some damage, which is a little bit helpful. Can maybe help get my Ape, get that thing in range of 8 to kill it. He goes for Psychic, gets a crit, doesn't matter. So he's getting some more lefties, though. It looks like he's still going to be able to live a Fire Z move here. Flare Blitz. Yeah, Z Flare Blitz, that is. So I'm just going to go for it, and I actually, you'll see, I actually get a crit, so it does knock him out with a crit. I believe it would not have otherwise, so that's a little unfortunate for Riz. It does cost him some differential, but he's just going to be able to bring in Aerodactyl and just knock him out with the wing attack. So that is a good game to RizzyPOW. So he does win that in a 2-0. So we dropped to 4-4, which is unfortunate. But I'm still in a decent spot to make playoffs. If I win one of my last two, I'm in a pretty good spot. If I win both my last two, I'm definitely in. I think definitely in. So that's nice. If I lose my last two, I'm probably not in. I don't think I'm guaranteed out, but it's going to be very hard for me to make it if I lose my last two. But I still have, you know, a decent chance to make playoffs. If I won this game, I would be 5-3, and I would be in a good spot to make playoffs. But you know, it didn't happen. The freeze on Snorlax was unfortunate. I can't say it definitely cost me the game. It was just too early in the game. There's still too much of the game left to happen, so I'm really not certain on what would have happened. But it didn't help me, that's for sure. And sorry that I kept things very vague in this commentary. Like my Snorlax that I didn't talk about a whole lot, and my Ape set I kind of kept vague too. But I didn't show quite everything about those sets, so I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to tell Riz what I have, just in case I want to bring them if I play them again, which I might. But next week we were playing Aberforth, coach of the Newcastle Umbreon, so that should be a fun game. Or is it Umbreons? I think it's just singular. Maybe it's plural though. I'm not certain on that. But yeah, so also I did do a live count for this game, but it was kind of long, and I don't know, I just feel like it just wasn't good quality, so I'm just gonna do a. I just did this post-com right now, and also just because I did talk about my team a lot more in my live comment, I don't want to show as much as I said. But yeah, next week we do have a live com versus Abe. I already did that battle. It was a fun one. It was a good one. So I'll see you guys then with battle versus Abe.